Okay, now that I have my grid and colors, it's time for me to start working on my typography. Um, so to do so, so as we know, typography, we have multiple different tags. Let's say, for example, heading, the body, display, and so on. I'm going to start with headings. I took a screenshot and brought as my reference from Bootstrap, and I do have how it looks like, and I already have the numbers of the size of the font itself. Okay, so let's get started. To make the headings, I'm going to start with frame. And in the frame, I'm going to type in text. So I would say heading number 1. Okay. And now I can see, I want to keep it roboto. We can change it later. But so in terms of size, I want to go with the larger one, and we have 6 different headings, right? Start from H1 to H6. So the first one, I'm going to give it 40 pixel, and I want it to be bold. And yeah, so I'm happy with it. How do I add it? I'm going to click on the styles and plus, and I would say headings / H1. So what it does, it's going to create a folder named headings, and then inside of it, it's going to add H1. So let's have a look and see how it works. So I'm going to click create. And now that I am in my styles, I do have these headings. And when I click on it, it's going to show me H1. We will adjust it later as we go. But so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a copy from it, or maybe, make more. So this one going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe one more, and 6. All I need to do, I have number 1 is done. So I'm going to click on number 2. It's already connected to the H1. I'm going to detach it, and I'm going to change it to 32. And click plus, headings /2. Next one, detach 32, and add it to my system. 3. Same thing here, detach. Oh, so my H4 going to be 28 plus H4. Detach. H5 is 20. And H5. And the last one, plus H6. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I forgot to adjust it in a second. So it would be 16. And plus. Okay. Let's have a look and see what we have. So I made a mistake and I made another H6, which is 40. Let me go ahead and delete it. All right. So what I got is in my style text styles, I added headings, which includes the 6 different level or different size of headings. So H1 all the way to H6. Okay. Okay, so I have these 6 headings, different 6 sizes of headings. But sometimes you would see that this is what you're going to see in the a lot of design systems. But I like to change the size based on device. So if it's 40 on a website, right, on a large device, I don't think I like to keep the same size for tablet or mobile, right? Because you're going to take a lot of real estate on the page. So what I want to do, I want to make a other variant out of them for my tablet. How do I do that? I'm going to select all of them and make a copy, right? And I'm going to go ahead and adjust the size. So this one was H1, right? I'm going to detach it. Maybe I want to go, 2 pixels smaller for my tablet. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to say -2. And let me go ahead and add them all, and then I can come back and give them a name. So this one also, I'm going to detach it. Whatever value was, -2. Same thing here, 32 -2. And this one, 28 -2. And this one, 20 -2. Last one, 16. I don't want to go lower than 16, so I'm going to keep that at 16. So basically what I have, yeah, I'm kind of satisfied with what I have. So now that I do have everything here, I kind of start thinking of, okay, how do I organize them, right? I have these headings, but maybe I want to put everything here under maybe large screen and create basically 3 folders, large, medium, and small screens. So first, I'm gonna right click here and add a folder, right? I'm gonna say LG, and I'm gonna drag everything I have into that large screen. So now I have headings, large, and here we go, I have my headings. Now I'm gonna create another folder, right? Another folder here and give it maybe MD. Which I'm gonna fill them later. Let's go, let me just remove it, go ahead. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm gonna go ahead and give them a name. Plus, H1. So here's the trick, right? You could either make that slash to make a folder, or you can go ahead and add them all here, like H1 to H6, and by drag and dropping it in the folder, it's gonna add it for you. So I'm not gonna worry about that, header, headings, slash medium, slash H1. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say H1. This one would be my H2. This one would be H3, H4, H5. Okay, let's see what happens. So I do have all of these organized, but these are not organized, right? So I can bring them in by selecting them, right? I can bring them in the heading, and then I can add another kind of folder, say MD or medium size. So here we go. So I do have, here's my style, text styles. I have headings, which headings has large and medium, right? Let me just bring large up. Okay, so large has its own H1 to H6 and medium has its own H1 to H6. Again, you can organize them, right, by drag and dropping them. Okay, here we go. So as you see here, H1 for MD is 38, but H1 for LG is 40. Same concept. I'm gonna go ahead and make another set of headings for my small screen. Okay, so what I've done, I made a copy from the last group that I had, and basically I changed the size. So this time I went like a little bit smaller. So from 30, let's see, from 38, so I jumped to 34, 26. Okay, so I guess I missed that. So 34, 26, maybe give this one, so just 26, so maybe make it, we can see what's the next one, 22. I can give it like 24. Okay, so 34, 26, 24, 22, 18, and 16. Same way, I'm gonna click on each of them, plus H1, plus H2, H3, H4, 5, and H6. The good thing about it is anytime you can go back to your design system and adjust them when you put them on the screen. Maybe when you have content, it makes sense to be smaller or larger or whatever you're going to be, the decision going to be. So that's the beauty of it. You can anytime come back here and make that adjustment here. So Now that I have all of these, I'm going to drag them in heading. Then I'm going to add them to a new folder called small. And I do have, let me adjust this. Okay, from 1 to 6, small, medium, and large. Let me bring the small. So, here we go. So I have heading, large, medium, small. Each of them have their own values. Okay, so I'm done with headings. Now I want to add display. So basically I'm gonna do the same concept, right? The same process that I done for headings, I'm gonna do for display. So I have the kind of, starting point for myself to see it like a visual, and I have the numbers like pixel size. Same thing, same way. I'm gonna go ahead and, add a frame, like my text, to display 1. Okay, I'm not trying to go through, the typography and what type of typography should you choose and, the combination of them. So I just want to show you how to do that. So I'm sure you can find the right typography or typeface for your display or headings. But just for me, just to show you, I'm going to just go ahead and keep the same one and just go maybe thin. Okay, so I'm going to adjust it to 80. It's my one, display number 1. Maybe I need to make it a little larger. Okay. So, okay. So this would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, and that. All right. So 72, 64, 56, 48, and 40. Okay. So now that I have them, I can add them to my system. Now, again, I can go one by one and select on style plus. Now here I can either go ahead and say display / D1 all the way to D6, or maybe I can just say, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, and D6. Now that I have them, right, I can select them all and let me select all of them and add to folder display. Now maybe add to another folder and add them to LG or large. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I missed 6. Let's see, okay, I haven't added 6. Okay, and this. Right. So again, there are multiple ways, right? You can either you're adding them. Let me do one more time. Right, when you add them, you can either use that kind of slash, MD / D1, right? Either you can do on this way, or you can just name them D1, D2, all the way to D6, and then organize them. Now, keep in mind, if you're not doing it, and if you're doing it this way, right, you need to organize or put them in folders before you move on to the next kind of duplicate or next group. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the screen and pause the recording, and I'm gonna add them all and show you the result. Okay, so what I've done, I have 3 kind of frames, right? I have 3 frames. One of them has the headings and the display, and this one is the body. This is like the main kind of default kind of text that I want to have, the text size that I want to have in my experience, which I put them all in the body. I don't have any, plan to change them in different experiences, let's say in different screen sizes, because I think like 16 is pretty standard, unless I decided later. But for now, I want to just have body in itself. Now I have a default, delete, underline, bold, print, and Italy. Now for the print, keep in mind, maybe, I don't know if you're gonna go ahead and if you are going to showcase them on your wireframe or not, but for the print version, keep in mind the print is another display that you can use, because let's say you are designing something that has a call to action, let's say it has a buy or add to cart, not necessarily when you want to print that page, it would work. So sometimes like when you design, you can design for the print display as well, which we're going to talk about it later. So I do have print text as well. All right, that was it for today. And oh, one more thing. So there are a lot of stuff still missing, right? When I want to go and make a form, right? Maybe I want to have certain size for the form or for the error, or they're like in the menus or in the navigation. So these are the things that I can add on as I go, right? When the time comes and try to add buttons, maybe gonna say, oh, I'm missing that, missing that type in my design system. So I can go back to my typography and add that here, which you will get it later. All right, thank you so much.